man, you already know what it is. And if you don't, pause the video right now. Smack out your mind to make this video and smash that like button, man. We back with another video. We back with another banger, man. But this time we got Candace Owens back on the channel. Now a lot of people were telling me that they wanted me to check this out, and she just literally dropped it yesterday. So I was like, fuck it. 5 predictions for the future. Let's get into it.
A lot of the stuff is really obvious, what's coming around the corner, but the left tries to make us think that we're crazy as conservatives.
Yep.
And they will smear you and they will libel you, and then they will quietly admit that, yeah, no, we were right.
Exactly.
Today I'm going to make 5 more predictions into the future of what I believe is going to happen in this country. You ready? All right, prediction number 1. What will follow this Black Lives Matter movement, which was really just a way to criminalize our streets, right? Autonomous zones. You can no longer arrest people.
Oh my God, yes. And the crazy thing about it is I live in Philly, and it get bad here. It's getting really, really bad. I just getting to the point where I feel like martial law might get called, and like I feel like we're going to have people around each corner of the streets all over because people are dying even in nice neighborhoods. People are getting assaulted, people are getting their cars stolen right off of them. You could go to the gas station and feel safe. You getting robbed from Joe Biden, and you might get robbed from somebody out here that don't give a fuck about life, and they might be kids. You know, that's why my goal is to always protect the kids, but I can never do it because the kids got a mind of their own now. Society is telling them that you guys are grown. You don't have to listen to anybody or hear what anybody got to say. You your own person, and you gonna continue to do that.
If people shouting that they can't breathe all the time now, and the police come across them. What was naturally going to happen, I've been saying this for years, is that the left is going to wait until the cities get so bad that they're going to demand a federal police force. That is what this entire thing has been about through my eyes. It makes common sense. When you look at communist nations, you can't have these local police forces rising up. The government has to control all the police forces. What better way to make that happen quickly than to make sure that criminality is so bad all throughout these inner cities that eventually the mayors turn around and say, please, please, anybody that can help, please send us. And the feds are going to say, we're going to send boots on the ground. That's what's around the corner.
Oh.
Prediction number 2 that I'm going to make, and I have been making, is that the President Zelensky hero narrative is going to fall apart. We saw it go from George Floyd to Dr. Fauci, and now the media is President Zelensky, the hero that we didn't ask for. And unfortunately, nobody is asking the right questions about him.
That's what I want to understand. All of a sudden, you just, I'm going to be on the grounds with my guys. Like, you really putting your life on a line. I feel like Joe Biden, the Biden family got some type of ties with Ukraine. And the people of, like, America and all over the world just sees Russia invading Ukraine and not understanding that you don't know what Zelensky could have up his sleeve. You don't know what type of person he is or where he could be hiding for Joe and all of them. You know, Hunter Biden with Candace Owens and all these other conservative people letting us know the truth, even though it feels like the truth is a lie and it hurts when somebody tell you the truth. You got to be able to take it with a grain of salt.
They're creating that same bizarre either or scenario. Either you're for Black Lives Matter or you're a racist. It's now either you say President Zelensky is a hero or you're a pro-Putin puppet. And no, that's not the way I operate. 2 things can be true at the same time.
Yes, sir.
It can be sad and wrong that Russia has invaded Ukraine. And it can also be true that President Zelensky is corrupt.
Yep.
He is corrupt and he is involved with our sitting president, Biden, and their family interests. There's a lot more that meets the eye here. And I'm going to hold the line on that perspective. I'm not giving them 1 inch. Prediction number 3. This is one that I think no one is paying attention to, and it pertains to assisted suicide. I've been talking about this the last couple of weeks on my show, that in Europe, we're seeing this increase in assisted suicides. First, it was if you're terminally ill, you can walk into a clinic and kill yourself. Well, now they're saying you don't have to be terminally ill. You just have to want to die.
What the fuck? Yo, so they telling me they making clinics where motherfuckers that want to commit suicide, they allowing you to successfully go in there and do it. Like, it's now getting to the point, it's like, what do we believe? Like, we're not helping people with suicide prevention no more? We just go let motherfucker, if you want to end it all, you can end it all?
You can kill yourself. We're seeing Oregon is just extended to all of the states. You no longer have to be a person that lives in Oregon. You can just say, oh, I'm terminally ill and I live elsewhere in the United States.
Oh, hell no. But shout out to Elsewhere Podcast. Shout out to Kat. Shout out to Nick the Actor. Truth No Lie. Beats, Bars, and Delivery. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Skulls. Shout out to Shay What Now. Shout out to everybody in the community, man, that's been doing their thing, man. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to them.
And we're also seeing in Canada, they're saying that people that are mentally ill, they're looking at them killing themselves. You're going to see an increase in believing that suicide is a right and that governments and institutions should raise up and help individuals do that.
No.
Help people commit suicide. That sounds insane right now. I promise you tomorrow you're going to see some veracity to that.
What?
Number 4 is a very serious one, my prediction, and I've been saying this as well for some time. They're going.
Damn, we don't get no good news, Candace. God damn. It just seemed like everything that the left is trying to do is depopulate the world. And it starts with the kids, you know, think that they can pick their genders and shit like that. Like, that's another thing, too. They think about the mental state of the kids, right? And they got this suicide thing where they're allowing people to go to Oregon. Even if you're not a motherfucking citizen of Oregon, you could come there and be like, nah, I'm just stopping by because I'm about to give up on life and I just want to do suicide the most safest way possible. What all they probably going to do is have to give you the jab. You got to think about all these transgender kids that going to have mental problems growing up. They're going to have to face a lot of adversity in life growing up. Imagine how many of those kids are going to go willingly to do that shit.
Going to attempt to normalize pedophilia. It is so obvious. It is everywhere. It is existing in people telling children that they can pick their genders because that is naturally what is going to happen when you begin normalizing mental disorders. Look around you. Everyone has a mental disorder of a different variety. Yeah. You have people that are scared when they see a child breathing. You have children that believe that they can pick their gender. And you have people that are teaching them that are screaming in the streets with all different types of hair, being told that they're free. This is what it means to be free. This is what it means to be virtuous. When mental disorder becomes a virtue, they're no longer able to identify good versus evil.
And exactly what she's saying when she's coming from there, because a lot of these kids now in this society, they just want to have to fit in. They want to feel free and fit in with a group that doesn't tell them that they don't fit in. This shit is going to make a lot of people like mentally ill. Like, I'm telling you, because of all the stuff that they doing, people telling them that it's okay. And the whole time we know that it's not okay. But people are insisting doing it, and people that already telling their kids, like they telling their parents telling their kids that they don't want them to do shit like this, and they don't want to listen because it's a feeling that they got in a moment of now. You got to think about your future. You know, are you going to really want to have kids, or you just want to adopt? But you got to remember, your kid might not accept you for that. There's a lot of things, man, that come with that shit.
Free. This is what it means to be free. This is what it means to be virtuous. When mental disorder becomes a virtue, they're no longer able to identify good versus evil. Pedophilia is an evil, and eventually we are going to get there very quickly, by the way. We're going to arrive at pedophilia being normalized very soon. We're already seeing the beginning of that. Final prediction, number 5.
Number 5
is that Big Pharma is going to begin stepping up its efforts in a very big...
They gonna be out here trying to jab these kids every school year, every other 6 months. And it's sad because they're coming for the kids. I say this every video. There's no other way to put it. That's why I try to keep this awareness out as much as possible, because I know what they're doing. Like, for the kids that can't play football, I know maybe one day in the future y'all might see this and remember me as Coach Rock, you know? And a lot of y'all, I salute y'all for not wanting to take the jab. And y'all sitting out most of y'all season of football y'all couldn't play. But I realized that it's better to not get that in you so you don't have to worry about long-term effects. You know, football is just this little 7-on-7 game that we got going on ain't nothing compared to your life.
Why? Because COVID and COVID policy violated the social contract between the government and parents. Prior to COVID, parents were walking around believing that Big Pharma genuinely wanted to help their children maintain their health. So parents submitted from 12 to nearly 74 vaccines for their children. And an increase had happened, by the way, over just a few short decades. Like, if you talk to your parents, they got 12 shots. The kids today, by the time they complete school, they're getting around 75 injections in their arm. Parents were okay.
So a kid from that's 6 years old all the way till the age of 18 will have to get over 75 plus jabs, man. 75 shots of tequila, man. Like, this is, and what they're trying to teach them now is that they could do they could be any gender that they want. They trying to tell them that they're not going to be able to survive without getting a shot. And it's putting a lot of fear in a lot of people's heads. And now they are becoming a part of this game, this part of this act that the left has going on. Big Pharma has going on. They want patience for life. That's what they want, permanent patience forever. And that's what they're doing. Either they're going to be through COVID or it's going to be through transgender, a transgender woman, transgender man. You feel me? They're going to try to find a way to get permanent clients so they can never run out of money. That is the whole point of this plan.
With that. But now parents are beginning to ask questions. What even is public health? Why is my child forced to sit behind a mask for 8 hours per day? Why don't I, as the parent, get to make those decisions? Why can't I decide if my child is sitting behind a mask? Why can't I assess the risks? Yeah, no, the social contract has been violated. And so now the government and Big Pharma are going to have to grow more totalitarian. So you should prepare yourself for an increase in homeschooling, which is going to result because parents are going to say, I've had enough here. And then you're going to...
But this is the thing about the homeschooling. The more people decide to homeschool, they're going to start to realize that, especially with public schools, because a lot of kids don't got the money to just, go to Catholic schools, go to private schools and stuff like that. So me speaking of me living in the inner city, my brother having to get homeschooled, there are so many people are going to want to get homeschooled that there's going to be so many people that are not going to allow to be homeschooled. It's going to be so many requirements for you to be homeschooled. And still then, they still not going to want to have people just out here without getting these shots, man. They trying to control the population of the world.
Going to see an increase in policies preventing that. The states are going to...
I just fucking said that. They great minds think alike, man.
Start to make homeschooling less attainable, and they're also going to make exemptions for vaccines for religious reasons or otherwise completely unattainable. What? That's already happened in California, by the way.
It's against my religion for me to be taking any shots and shit that I don't know the ingredients and all that shit in. So I'm sorry, y'all not about to. Damn, y'all trying to go deep. So motherfuckers can't even respect their own religion. That's what you telling me? People can't even respect their own religion because y'all trying to make it seem like everybody in the whole world is afraid of this virus. And everybody in the whole world is not afraid of this virus. Y'all just trying to make it seem like it is what it is and it ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But it's going to happen much quicker because Big Pharma is going to go, uh-oh, parents are awake. They're paying attention to what we're doing, what we're promoting. These pills that we want to give your kid, hormone blockers. Yes, what is it? What does a child that believes in picking its gender become? It becomes a Big Pharma customer for life. Ultimately, what we have around the corner is a war. Global governments versus the people that they desire to govern. Like gold or like overseas oil, you and your children are now the commodity worth fighting for. And trust me, it's going to get ugly. But here's the good news.
Finally, some good news, Candace. God damn.
My ultimate prediction is that they can't keep pace with the worldwide awakening that is taking place.
Yeah, facts.
We are learning, through their every effort to conceal it, that their lies can no longer keep pace with the truth. And so in the end, my friends, we will win.
Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody that became a Chill Fan Mafia member. Sending your support. I appreciate that a lot, man, because we don't really make that much on these videos and stuff like that. So y'all doing that for me, man, it's a huge favor to help me just still be confident in creating content. It's your boy Rock in the building, and I am out.